So today we're going to do highest common factor and lowest common multiple. So the first thing to understand is the definitions. So lowest common multiple is the smallest number which is present in the times table of two or more numbers. And highest common factor is the highest number you could divide two or more numbers by to still be left with a whole number. As we go through the questions later on, this will make more and more sense. Okay, now let's start with the first question. So first thing you want to do is you draw a grid or draw a shape like this. And the two numbers that you're given, you want to put those two numbers on the top right hand side. So 18 and 30, separated by a comma. Next, what you want to do is every single number on this side, on the left side, has to be a prime number. Has to be a prime number. So prime numbers being a number like 2, 3, 5, 7, 11, 13, 17, etc. So prime number is a number that can only be divided by itself and 1. Okay, so we have to now think which one of these numbers divides into 18 and 30, and that would be 2. So you put 2 here, then draw a line across. Now do 18 divided by 2, that gets you 9, and do 18 divided by 30, which gets you 15. Now can 9 and 15 be divided further? Yes, it can. It can be divided by 3. So we're going to divide, put 3 here, draw a line across, and do 9 divided by 3, which gets us 3, and do 15 divided by 3, which gets us 5. Because now we've ended up with prime numbers here, on the right side, we have to stop. So how can we use this method to work out what is highest common factor and what is lowest common multiple? So all the numbers on this side, if you times them all together, that will get you highest common factor. So highest common factor will equal 2 times 3, which equals 6. Lowest common multiple would be, let me use a different color. Lowest common multiple would be all the numbers in this shape. So lowest common multiple makes like this L sort of shape. So it makes this like L sort of shape. All these numbers then make up lowest common multiple. So that is, so LCM, which is 2 times 3 times 3 times 5, which equals, so you just put those numbers in a calculator, which gets us 90. So the highest common factor here is 6, and lowest common multiple is 90. Now moving on to the second question. What we'll do the exact same thing again. So first draw this grid shape, and the two numbers you're given, write them on the right side. So write 30, 40. Once again, every number here has to be a prime number. So what numbers go into 30 and 40? And that would be the prime number 2. So now we do 30 divided by 2, which is 15, and we do 40 divided by 2, which is 20. Now can 15 and 20 be divided further by any prime number? Yes, it can be divided by 5. Let's write that properly. And that gets us 3 and 4. Because now we have the number 3 here, 3 is a prime number, so we have to stop here. We have to stop here because 3 equals prime number. So we have to stop here. So now we've got this grid done. How do we work out highest common factor, lowest common multiple? Highest common factor will always be all the numbers times in this column. So highest common factor equals 2 times 5, which equals 10. And the lowest common multiple would be all the numbers in this L shape. So everything I've got in blue, so it makes this like L shape. So everything in the column and the final horizontal, the final line at the bottom. So LCM equals 2 times 5 times 3 times 4, which would get us, just writing in the calculator, 120. So that gives us the final answer as HCF equals 10 and LCM equals 120. Now we have an exam question here, and it's asking us for the highest common factor. So first thing we do with these questions is once again draw the grid and write 84 and 120. That's the two numbers they gave us. And now we have to think what prime numbers go into 84 and 120. Because they're both even numbers, I can divide it by 2, which gets us 42 and 60. Can 42 and 60 be divided further? Yes, they're both prime numbers again. So they're both even numbers. So I can divide by 2 again. Gets us 21 and 30. 21 and 30 can be divided further by 3. So that will get us 7 and 10. And because 7 is a prime number, we have to stop here because 7 equals prime number. Because 7 is a prime number, so we can't go any further. Now it's asking for the highest common factor, which is all these numbers in this column times together. So highest common factor would equal 2 times 2 times 3, which get us 12. So put that in the answer box, 12. Now we move on to question number 4. It's asking us about the lowest common multiple of 17 and 56. So once again, we'll draw the grid. We'll write 70 and 56. It doesn't matter what order you write the numbers in, it's fine. And on this side, now let's see what numbers go into 70 and 56. So because they're both even, you can divide by 2, which you get says 35 and 28. Now, can 35 and 28 be divided further? Yes, they can divide it by 7, and that gets us 5 and 4. Because 5 is a prime number, we have to now stop. And now let's read the question again. It's asking us for the highest common factor. I'm sorry, the lowest common multiple. So with the lowest common multiple, we'll just times all of these numbers together. So the LCM equals 2 times 7 times 5 times 4, which equals 280, which is the answer.